Hey YouTube friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. On this channel, I love to share all things homeschool. I like to do curriculum flip-throughs and just share with you the things that we are using in our homeschool that we like and be an encouragement for other homeschool families out there. So today I'm going to share Math Lessons for Living Education Level 1. If you saw my first graders update video, you know we added this on to her Matthew C. primer, and it's been working out fine. This isn't our main math. We are going to stick with Matthew C for her, but in the interim, until we switch over to Alpha, we school year-round, so we'll be switching over to Alpha in the summer sometime in July, and so we have been using this. So I just wanted to go over this with you in case you're interested on learning a little bit more about how we use it, and I'll show you some manipulatives and things like that. All right, so this is a Master Books curriculum, and we're going to work on first grade skills. Some people feel it's a little bit younger than that for math, but here's the scope and sequence. They're going to be learning numbers up to 100. They're skip counting by 2s, 5s, and 10s. They're going to be telling time, counting by 5s, using tally marks, grouping objects together, addition, vertical and horizontal. They're going over place value, and all different types of patterns and things like that, shapes. And they're also learning this in story format as they follow twins Charlotte and Charlie on their grandma and grandpa's farm. So here you have just a little bit about the course. I won't go too in depth on this, but basically it lets you know that it takes approximately 30 minutes per lesson, and it's a 36-week course and has 180 lessons in it. Here's a manipulative setup and kind of ideas for that. In the back of the book, and I'll show you in a second, they have manipulatives, and it's just basically on paper like this. You tear it out and you laminate it per the instructions here, and then you can use them to teach the math concepts. Here they also give you a daily schedule. We started following the schedule, but we basically do what it says anyway, which is 1 page a day after reading the story. Sometimes we do just one side, depending on how many problems are on the page. But that's all laid out for you for the 36 weeks. So what we do is I just leave the stories in here, and then I tear out the pages for my daughter to work on, because she doesn't like to work inside the textbook. But these are the stories, and the way it is written, it is a lot of dialogue between Charlie, Charlotte, Grandma, and Grandpa. So there's a lot of reading, like quotations. So for me, it's a little bit difficult to read to my daughter, but she loves the stories. I prefer kind of conversational to the student, with a little bit of dialogue between the characters sprinkled in, but this has a whole lot of dialogue, so the entire thing is dialogue between Charlie, Charlotte, Grandma, and Grandpa. But again, my daughter doesn't seem to mind, so I'm fine with it. So the way it is set up, for example, lesson 6, you have a story. And here they're going to be learning about triangles. And then you have 5 days worth of exercises. So exercise day 1, front and back. Day 2, it looks like they added a little bit more of a story. 3. Day 4, again, story. And day 5. In lesson 7, they start introducing place value, and I'll show you how we set up the manipulatives. So in the back of the book, all I did was I glued and reinforced with tape a folder, and then we just have all the manipulatives in here. That way they go with us wherever the book goes with us. And then I have additional things that I just grab, like if we're going to use our centimeter cubes or our linking cubes or Judy clock, whatever, we just take that along with us. But pretty much everything is right here. They also have you use beans, and there's a whole setup for that. The place value and the way Angela Odell teaches it. You can actually go on YouTube, if I can find the page. She has a video on how she does the place value with beans. We do it a little differently, but you can look on there for instructions. So let me go ahead and pull out the manipulatives and show you what they are. Okay, so first up they have a page for math addition, horizontal, and then they have a vertical one. And you just cut these pages out and laminate them. I laminated this one, but I haven't cut them out yet. You can also use contact paper or just those page protectors. You also get a page with days of the week cards that you just cut and laminate. And then you get these number cards. And this is what they'll use for, I think that's a 6 actually, for adding and subtracting, stuff like that. And it goes all the way up to 20, I believe. Yeah, I think there's 20 number cards in here. So those come in handy too. We have a lot of manipulatives because we love Math-U-See and we use those blocks a lot. But I liked that this had something right in the curriculum that you don't have to worry about buying additional things. Just beans or maybe some containers to do that place value the way that Angie does, but you can do it any way you want. So you have that. Then you have the village here. This is the ones house, the tens and the hundreds. We just cut it out and laminated on construction paper, and my daughter wanted to coordinate the roofs with the paper, and then that's how we have it. So we'll just have this out, and this is the place value counting mat that we'll use. And they have it set up with containers and then each house, and then it shows you. It's a cool video if you're interested in teaching. We teach it a little bit differently, but we have all the manipulatives here anyway. You also get this My Hundreds chart where you can have the child write their numbers, and on the back here it's already done for them. You can use dry erase marker for that. And then they also have a little clock. You just need a brass fastener, poke a hole in it, and then add the hour hand and the minute hand. I do believe in the instructions they have the minute hand red and then the hour hand blue, but because I use a demonstration clock that has it set up this way, for consistency's sake for my daughter, I just did it that way so they match. And then we also have a Judy clock. Like I said, if you have like little manipulatives, you know, instead of beans, you can pretty much use anything, but beans are suggested because of the higher order counting. But even then, that's a lot of beans. So you can just make up like little tags for the hundreds, and then when you go up to levels, higher levels in the math, you can make up little tags for the thousands like Angela does in her video. So other than that, so far it's going well. We're going to continue on with it, but again, this isn't our main math, but we do like it, and it is definitely working for us now. Thanks for watching, and I'll hope to talk to you in the next video.